I can say I'm an ambivert,
Hmm.
I suppose. Yes, sometimes I need time to concentrate on some tasks to do them better way. And sometimes I need really to meet people just to have some fun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Thank
makes
you.
sense.
Thank you for sharing. Hi, Maria. Do you want to speak up? Were you an introvert or an extrovert or something in between?
Hello,
Hi.
can you hear me? Can you? Oh, yes, I'm here.
Yes.
I am maybe ambivert, I think. I correct speaking. It's ambivert. It's about extraversion and what's second word is
Introversion. Yeah.
introvert. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Being an extrovert and introvert. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. 3 seconds. We're not gonna wait for like a minute. If anyone wants to speak up, please speak up. No. Okay. Let's move on.
Mm-hmm.
I can see more people joining. Um, Look, I have an idea, and this is a radical idea, probably. I think that introverts are better equipped for networking. So it's easier for introverts to network, and here are my points. Introverts are better at creating relationships, better identify who will be useful, and don't spread themselves too thin. Do you have any questions about any phrases here, guys?
The last one, what
Mm-hmm.
does it mean?
It's an idea of a sandwich, like you got a bread and a butter. If it's too little butter, it's too thin, it's not tasty.
Oliver, how would you explain to us what's spreading yourself too thin would be?
Yeah, so I think that's where the analogy comes from. It would be, yes, spending a lot of time, a small amount of time with a lot of people, but you don't actually build up a friendship with any one of those people because you don't spend enough time with any one of them. So in this case, the extrovert would just be friends with everyone, but not best friends with anyone. But the introvert might be more selective and concentrate on having more high value friendships, I guess. Is that
Yeah, that was the idea. Thank you very much, Oliver. I hope it helped more than my sandwich metaphor, Alice.
No, that's definitely where it comes from.
Uh-huh.
So you're correct.
Right. So, do you have any other questions about any words, guys? No? Uh, who agrees with my radical hypothesis?
I think I agree. Yeah.
Why do you
I.
agree?
Interesting, a very interesting theory. Yeah. It's the first time I see this hypothesis. Yeah, interesting.
But probably I'm wrong. Probably other people have different opinions. So now we're gonna uh, we're gonna be sent into breakout rooms and discuss this in small groups. Mhm. Can you see the button? Lydia, I think I will be in the room 1. Probably I will not be able to check on the people in the room 2. Will you do
Okay,
it?
I'll do that. I'll do that. Or Oliver
Okay.
is going to do that too. But I will be a fly on the wall going in and out. We have what, 5 minutes, 3 minutes?
Common room.
But I'm done. I'm sorry.
It's all right. You got back.
It's okay.
Okay, thank you.
Other people will be joining in about 20 seconds.
Yeah, so probably depends on like intuition or the level of empathy or something like that, the life experience, background, all these points.
Or all these things. Yeah. more than introversion.
Mm-hmm. Welcome back, guys. Now, can we see the next slide, please?
1 second. Yeah, I'm sharing my screen. There you go.
Mm-hmm. Now, this is an exercise that you will do with yourselves. You're not gonna be talking with anyone for 2 minutes. Just take your phone or take some paper and a pen and write to yourself as many social groups as possible that you belong to. And this is my own example. I am a local train passenger. I'm an English teacher, a beginner IQ coach, a volunteer, a former participant in a performance theater. So, and the next step when you're ready will be think about what from your list would be appropriate to tell other people here. Okay? Do you have any questions, guys, about the task?
If we would count Telegram groups, it will be we will not have enough time to all of
You
them.
know what? These groups that you belong to are endless. They're not only Telegram groups, but the first that will come to your mind, just write them down, and you can write as many as you wish. But you have only 2 minutes.
And your time starts now.
And the time is up. How many social groups do you have, Maria, on your list? You're muted. We can't hear you.
Thank you. I'm here. I done this task some weeks ago, and in my task there were yes, it's right. There were
Yes.
about 13 groups.
13.
Mhm.
Uh-huh. And never changed since this several weeks ago? You have 13 groups?
I'm here now.
Okay. That's great. Probably our group is another group of yours. Okay, Alex, what about you? How many groups are there on your list?
It's hardly to count, actually. I just would start to name something if you would like, but
A bit later.
okay. Actually, it wasn't enough time for me.
Yeah, they are endless. We are all parts of many social groups. Okay. So let's move on to the next slide. Now, and I will get back to the second question. Now we're gonna go into the breakout rooms again to talk with different partners, and you will tell other people about your social groups. So, previous slide, please. This is what second question was about. You need to look at your list and think what you want to tell about. Probably from my list, I think I wouldn't just tell people that I'm a local train passenger. It's just not that interesting, maybe, for maybe many people. Maybe something is not interesting or you just don't like to tell about it. So you don't have to to read all the list. Just try to keep the conversation going and interesting. Okay?
And maybe to add to that, as an advanced level, you may try and connect with other people through the groups that they say, right? That someone says, "Oh, I'm a big walker in the park," and then you can like connect to that person by saying, "Oh, I actually like walking a lot too. Like, where do you go for walks?" Like, I think try to use this as a conversation starter because essentially that's, I think, the basis of networking.
True, very true. Let's go to the breakout rooms then. Welcome back. Can we see the slide 8, please? Yeah. Thank you. What have you found out, guys, in the breakout rooms? What was interesting that your partners told you?
My partners told me that they study psychology, but they wouldn't work as a psychologist. They study for themselves.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else wants to share?
May I say?
Right, of course.
For me, it was interesting when Oliver said that he studies. I correct speaking or not? I'm not sure. About 3 languages: Spanish, Russian, and English. It's my favorite languages. I like Spanish, Russian, and English. A little bit speaking. So,
Great, thank you. Let's move on to the slide 11. Oh, is it slide 11? No.
Oh, anything else? That's the that's the slide.
Slide 11.
Is that, sorry, I don't see the. Is that?
Yeah, here it is. Here it is.
I got it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mhm.
So now we are on the right slide. So this is the model that we can use while networking. It's called FIT for favorite part, and then improvement desired, and transition made. It's how you tell your story. Just one of the many ways to tell your story. Favorite part is something from your past. For example, I used to be a web developer. I liked it a lot. I thought that, wow, I am so clever. But I wasn't really happy. And this is improvement. This is where improvement desired goes, because I needed some improvement in my life. I missed talking with people a lot. So I decided to change a profession. Then I'm gonna talk about T, transition made. I took a course and became an English teacher. Now I talk with people a lot. Yeah. So this is how it works. Do you have any questions? Yeah.
No, I was just gonna say that do ask your questions, guys, because as you know, the practice time is coming. So if something is unclear, do let us know now before we begin.
Let's brainstorm what might be a favorite part. Can you tell some examples from your life? Who wants to share?
Shall we give everyone maybe a minute or two just to reflect on what a good story could be for this framework?
It's a great idea. Do you need 1 minute, guys? We can give you 1 minute.
I have one question about favorite part. Why it called favorite? But if it's favorite, you wouldn't like to change it.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's a contradiction. I don't have an answer for you. Sorry.
I guess like maybe it's just a little bit more complicated, as everywhere in life there are pros and cons to whatever you do, right? And maybe let's say you start a new thing, let's say a new job, thinking, oh, this is the job for me because in that job I do a lot of, I don't know, whatever. Like coming back to Katya's example, I took on a like a, I don't know, a software engineer role because I'm so fond of like programming languages and I just want to do as much of it as I possibly can. So that was the favorite bit. But then enters the non-favorite bit, that apparently you now spend all your time on your own without any access to any people, no meetings, no nothing, and you start feeling quite lonely. So maybe try and look at it as a situation that maybe you expected one thing, then something else happened, and that something else was a bit more negative, or something along those lines, right? Or you expected the experience to be very wholesome and positive, but there were bits that were like spoiling it for you. I don't know, something along those lines.
These are great ideas, actually. Like every great story consists of unexpected, shifts. So you thought it's good, but it wasn't that good.
Twists and turns. Twist and
Yeah.
turn. I'll put it on the chat.
While we were chatting with Lydia, I think you already guys had your minute to think. So do you want to share any examples of your favorite part that you might use?
I feel like people are still reflecting. We can give them another minute or so. Don't worry, guys.
Uh-huh. I think if we talk about it now, it will be easier for you in breakout rooms.
Let me also compose my thoughts.
Okay.
Maybe I can think of something. Let's say just a very plain example. So I used to work in consulting, and the consulting was focused on technology, media, and telecom as an industry, as a sector. And I was entering that consulting company thinking that, oh, I'm going to work, like media used to be one of my favorite sectors. And I was entering that consulting company thinking that, hey, I now get to work on some of the most exciting businesses. Oh, I will be, I don't know, working for Netflix or Disney or something. I don't know, singing songs at my workplace and things like that. But the brutal reality happened, and instead of us bursting into songs in every meeting, it was way more analytical and way more, I don't know, just harsh, I think, altogether. I didn't expect it to be that hard. And in terms of transition made, I think I just decided to quit. I don't know. I felt like after, yeah, someone has some background noise.
I can't hear any. Probably it's from my side. Sorry.
No worries. Anyway, and in terms of transition made, I just decided that I could take that no longer. Like after trying for a year of like making it work, I thought that probably not my piece of cake, and I decided to quit. And now I'm looking for a job. Whee!
Okay, if nobody wants to try out this new model now, let's go into the smaller breakout rooms this time.
People are coming. Katya, just before we proceed, Oliver had an interesting thought, and I would like him to share it with everyone for everyone's benefit. Oliver, are you with us?
Oliver can re-enter the conference, like go out of the room and come again. And while he's doing it, I might share the language feedback I have for you guys.
Oh, there you go. I think Oliver can speak now. Can you hear us? Can you speak?
I think I can speak.
There you go. We
Um,
can hear you.
Okay, I'm on my phone. Sorry, thank you for waiting for, for me to share my brilliant idea. I think the fit thing is really good for interviews because especially in the United States, you really shouldn't say anything negative about your previous company or your previous role. You should frame everything positively. And if you notice everything here, you're framing it in a positive way. So you're saying, what did I like about my last job? You could say something like, oh, the team was really a good team. But then rather than saying what you didn't like, you say, oh, here's what I think can be improved. And then you can say, and the last one is like your transition, and your transition could be, that's why I think this next role will give me the thing that I'm looking for. And so they can see that, like, if there's something you want improving, that's in some way that's a negative, but you're framing it as a positive, as a way to make positive steps. And it shows two things. The one, you don't say bad things about your previous employer because they know that they might be the next person that you badmouth if you say something negative. And also it shows that you're more like rather than focusing on problems, you're focusing on solutions. So that's who they want as an employee. Oh yes, is everyone familiar with this term to badmouth? I don't know.
I rarely hear it, and it's nice. It's nice to use it more. I would like to use it more.
Okay.
Yeah, I just put it on the chat for everyone's benefit. So, would you like to explain it?
Yes,
Just
please.
to say bad things about someone,
Yeah.
like to spread bad gossip or to paint them in a negative light.
In Russian, we sometimes say, Oliver, like you said bad things, go use soap. Go wash your mouth with soap. Do you use such expressions in your country?
That's more if you swear. You say wash your mouth out with soap and water.
But you see, parenting practices across the globe are the same. It seems.
Hopefully not done so much these days.
Hopefully not.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I agree that it works both in formal and informal conversations, this fit model. So it's great to use during job interviews too. So these are my some bits and pieces, some phrases that I heard. Can you spot the mistake in the first one, guys? I'm not asking Lydia or Oliver. Anyone else?
Cross out M.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Is there a mistake in the next one?
Have some knowledges.
In fact, have some knowledge is the right option. And one person asked me, what is the right word if you want to divorce, but not a person, you want to divorce job? Can anyone help us with the right word?
Quit.
Quit. Great, thank you. Yeah, it's a typo, but I meant I left too many power at this job. How would you paraphrase it?
Or make it grammatically correct.
Yeah, or make it grammatically correct.
I would say I was exhausted at this job.
Great option. Great option. Or you can say I left too much, not many, too much energy, maybe. Too much energy at the job. Now, Oliver, do you have better expressions, how you say naturally?
Sure. The second word is it supposed to be like I lost too much energy?
Yeah. I lost too much energy. Yeah.
Yeah, we probably, yeah, that would not be a natural way to say it in English, but they would probably understand you if you said that. You could say you found it draining. Would be a common expression in English. Yeah. Draining, exhausting.
Thank you. Training, exhausting. Another one. I made a present for myself. I went to the sea. Something is off with this phrase, I think, too. How would you change it, Oliver? How would you say it your way?
To the C, we mean the CEA. There's another type. Right?
Yeah, C.
Well, I actually am a bit lost here. I made a present for myself. Oh, like I rewarded myself by taking a vacation to the sea.
Yeah. Can we say I gave myself a present?
Sure. Yeah.
But can we say I made myself a present by going to the sea?
I wouldn't say make.
Yeah, it's a bit strange.
I would only say make, like if you say, oh, I was so surprised, like my grandmother didn't buy me a gift for Christmas, like she made me a gift. because she
Mhm.
physically knitted you a sweater or something. It'd have to be
Mhm.
something
She
physical.
created this this thing. So, and
Mm.
you did not create this thing. Okay. Um, do you have any questions, guys? Or shall we move on? Let's move on.
Stop.
Oh, I can see that the time is almost up. Maybe I'll make it shorter.
Mhm.
No, let's go to the next one. These are the ways how you can make a conversation more alive. You can ask follow-up questions. To be honest, I haven't seen it enough in our breakout rooms. So if a person says something, you may ask them more about it. And there are some phrases to show that you are interested in what they say. Like, I see, yeah, that makes sense, very much so, and all the others that you can see. Do you have any questions about them? Please choose one or two phrases that you will use now in the practice.
I use the first one, I see.
Mm.
The
Do you use it? Do
next
you
one
use
too.
it? Okay. Please try to use some phrases that you don't use normally, but you would like to use them more.
So we'd also say, I see what you mean, is a very common one. And I think these are great phrases to have up your sleeve, because if you're a non-native speaker and you just want to have a bit of you can say something, you've got these phrases that you're ready to say, and you can say it, and then while you're saying it, you just get by with a couple of extra seconds to think about what you really want to say. So they're really useful. I mean, write these down and have them for interviews.
Yeah, job interviews again, when you're thinking about the difficult question.
Or
Thank
honestly,
you.
every man should look at these before a date.
Okay, so make sure that you choose one or two phrases that you're gonna use. Lydia, what is your phrase?
My phrase, I see where you're coming from.
I like it.
Like it.
Okay. Let's see the next slide. Again, you can use this fit model, and we can show you the slide again. Or you can use your social groups stuff. You can use anything now. It's free practice. Do what you want. Just talk with your partner. Say at least one phrase to show your interest and ask one follow-up question. Welcome back, everyone. Lydia, are you with us? We can't see you for some reason.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I think my internet connection has been a bit it's a bit sloppy, so never mind me. Go ahead. I'll try and project my screen anyhow.
Okay, so we are about to finish, but first I'm gonna ask Oliver for language feedback or any kind of feedback. Probably you heard some interesting phrases or you have something to say.
Sure, I've got a little list here. We came across the word therapeutic, which might be a word that's at your sort of so I'm going to put that word in the chat. So that's a word. That's, for example, if you do an activity and you find it like quite relaxing and you sort of rebuild your energy, you could say it's therapeutic. So that's a word that came up. One mistake that came up was what was said was, I'm exciting to work in it. And in English, we would say, I'm excited to work in it. People would really understand you though. So, you do convey your message. Those were the only two things that I noted down.
Thank you. Thank you. So this is where my part of the meeting ends, and thank you guys. Lydia, would you add anything?
Sure, just to quickly wrap up the session. First and foremost, thank you for everyone. Thank you to everyone for joining tonight. I guess networking is the most fluid thing, right? Like we try to teach you some frameworks, but don't think those frameworks are cut in stone. We just feel like sometimes frameworks can be helpful and they can help you, I don't know, just gather your thoughts, especially if you feel lost a little bit in the moment. So if they I think like when it comes to, let's say we also do similar sessions and we teach people how to respond to interview questions. And in there we try and impose the frameworks, like the frameworks are a little bit more rigid and we try and practice them as much as we can. In here, it's just a way of phrasing your thoughts. So we hope they will be useful for some of you in the nearest future or in some future anyway. Oliver, would you like to say a couple of words? Also, just tell us how you enjoyed the practice and how you enjoyed maybe hanging out with Russian speakers.
Yeah, it was great. I'm not sure I have a whole lot to share. It's certainly a relief that usually it's me trying to speak Russian, and so it's interesting to be on the other side of things. It's easier for sure.
Anyway, if you take your Russian languages anywhere far, we're here to help, support, like, subscribe, and things like that. Yeah, and yeah, on that we're about to wrap up. And just very last thing, I guess some of you may heard that we have launched this. There you go. Yeah, this part is in Russian. Sorry, Oliver. But we have launched this speaking club, which is led entirely by native speakers. Not Oliver here, but we have like professional English tutors who are native speakers. One of whom is an American guy, and another one is a British lady. So the sessions are very similar to what we have experienced altogether today. And the speaking club is all about helping you go through like a corporate life in English language. So say you started a job in an English speaking country or company, or you're about to start, or you're really thinking like about like doing something like that. If any of these are your cases, like you're very welcome to attend. And yeah, I guess like just one little thing that for everyone who attends our free speaking club sessions, there is a little discount of 300 rubles. And never mind rubles, like we also accept payments in any other currencies. So just to give you an idea of what the prices might be. Yeah, essentially those are like, we have 8 unique sessions covering different topics ranging from mastering networking, similar to what we did today, all the way through to negotiations, to taking or giving feedback, leading meetings, and so on and so forth. So we truly hope that to see some of you in our speaking club sessions too.
Thank you so much for everyone.
Yeah, thanks again for joining, and we hope to see you one way or another. We have a whole slate of events planned for the coming week and then the whole of November, so please do join.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Guys.
Have a good
Thank
one.
you.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.